غرد يا نسها نحن نجحنا وإلى المجد بعزم قد وصلنا وزرعنا جهدنا طول الليالي وأتى اليوم الذي فيه حصدنا.
In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Dear families, dear pupils, I am going to continue preparing you for basic level certificate. Last lesson we talked about the paper or English paper, and we know that how to deal with the paper and how to deal with the questions in the test. We start revising and explaining how to deal with the comprehension questions, which has got about 20 marks, and they are very important. Today we are going to talk about grammar, and grammar is very important, include tenses, prepositions, WH questions. Now we have model questions of grammar. These exercises help us to answer the paper of the examination. Underline the correct word or words in the brackets. This is one of grammar area. By underline means what? To put a line under the correct word, or by putting the verb or the word in the correct form. First, we are going to practice underline the correct, the right word or words in the brackets. Look at these examples. Number one, we. The verbs go, went, were go to the zoo yesterday. We read the question carefully in order to underline the correct word. The correct word here, the verb went. We put a line under went. And the tense is past simple. How do we know that it is the past simple? By looking at the adverb yesterday. Yesterday, past simple. Now we are going to talk about the past simple. The past simple tense usually expresses the action in the past, and the action in the past unfinished. There are certain adverbs in the past simple we show us the time of the tense, like the past simple tense, the past simple tense, the adverbs yesterday, last, and last can be last year, last week, last summer, last autumn, and so on. Also in the past simple, we use ago. Ago comes a day ago, 2 years ago, 3 hours ago. Also in the past simple, we use just now. just now indicate for the past simple. Example, just now I saw my friend. Also in the past simple, we use the previous years, like 2011, past simple. These adverbs, when we find them, we can understand the tense in the past simple. The past simple form usually the negative form is formed by using the auxiliary or helping verb did. Look at this example. We went to the zoo yesterday. If I want to put it into negative, I can say we didn't go to the zoo yesterday. Didn't or did not go in the negative form. And usually the auxiliary verb in the past simple followed by present or infinitive. We didn't go to the zoo yesterday. These words about the past simple tense. Now we are going to example number 2. At this moment, all the pupils, the options are listen, are listen, are listening. The correct word here, are listening. Why? Because this tense is present continuous. How do we know that it is present continuous? From the adverb at this moment. At this moment, show this tense is a present continuous. How do we form the present continuous? The present continuous is formed I plus am, we and you and they plus are, he and she and it plus is. And the verb in present continuous takes ing. And what does it, the present continuous tense express? It expresses the action is happening now. The action happening now or at the time of speaking. Now I am teaching English. Now we are listening to the teacher. The adverbs in the present continuous, they are now. When we find now, we can understand this tense is the present continuous. At this moment. At this moment. At this minute. At present. Also, we can use some or certain verbs like look. When I say look, indicate for present continuous. Listen, present continuous. Be careful, present continuous. Be quiet, present continuous. All these words, when we find them, we can realize or understand we are talking to the present continuous. So we have to look or to read the sentence carefully. At this moment, all the pupils, plural subject, are listening to the teacher, and the action is happening now or at the time of speaking. How do we know that? From the adverb at this moment. This is the area of the present continuous. Number 3, she always reads. Is read or is read? English book. Which tense is this? We look at always. When we find always, we understand this tense is the present simple tense. And the correct form, reads. Reads. According to the rule of present simple tense. We know that in present simple tense, I, you, we, they, plus infinitive without to. He, she, it, plus the verb plus s or es. This is the rule of the present simple tense. When do we use the present simple tense? We use the present simple tense for action or an action happens again and again or repeated. Always, usually, sometimes, never, generally, seldom, rarely. These are the adverbs in present simple. Like always here. Always show us this tense is what? Present simple. This is the adverb. And we have to look at the adverb to differentiate between the tenses. In present simple, I, and, you, and we, and they, the auxiliary verb, I, you, we, they, plus infinitive. I, example, I go, you go, we go, they go. He, she, and it, the verb usually takes s or es. Go here, we add s, es. He goes to school every day. I go to school every day. They go to school every day. In negative form, the auxiliary verb for I and you and we and they, do. In negative, I don't go. You don't go. We don't go and they don't go to school every day. In, to school every day. This is the adverb. Show us the time of the present simple. Okay. Here, for he and she and it, or the third person singular, the auxiliary verb does. In negative, does not or doesn't. But after does or doesn't, we must use the infinitive, doesn't go. We drop s or es. He doesn't go to school every day. She doesn't go to school every day. And it doesn't go to school every day. And the adverbs in present simple, as I said, always, this is the adverb of frequencies. Usually, sometimes, never, rarely, seldom, and every comes with different time, every day, every week, every month, every year, and so on. These about the present simple tense. And these are the main verbs in English. Number 4. Look at number 4. He, drive, does drive, will drive to Madani tomorrow. If you look at the sentence carefully, we find the word tomorrow. And what is tomorrow? Today is, example, Tuesday, Wednesday, sorry. And tomorrow will be Thursday. And tomorrow means what? We are talking about future. And future, we are talking about the coming time. Look at the options. Drive, does drive, will drive. The correct word, drive. Yes, how do we deal with future? Future, I and we plus shall. I shall and we shall. He, she, it, you, and they plus will. W-I double L. Plus what? Plus infinitive. Or plus present. Plus infinitive. I shall go, I shall play, I shall come, we shall come, or he will go, and so on. Yes. How do you know? How do we know that this tense is future simple? From the adverb tomorrow, and tomorrow indicates for future. And what are the other adverbs of future simple? We use tomorrow, the adverbs. Tomorrow, and usually we use next, and next come with different time. Next week, next hour, next season, next century. When we find next, indicate for future. Also soon, future simple. Or the coming years, 2014, future. These the adverbs which lead us to the future symbol according to the adverb. So we have to complete the sentence in order to understand the question carefully. Number 5. Look at number 5. Did you write? Wrote a letter yesterday. We come again to the past symbol. We find yesterday. And as we know, did in the past symbol followed by the infinitive. The infinitive here in these options, write, and wrote. The infinitive, did you write? Did you go? Did you come? Did you see? And be careful about the past symbol when we find did or did not or didn't. I didn't go, I didn't come, I didn't see, and so on. Number 6. While she was cooking, was cook. Yes, the light went off. And this tense, we call it in English the past continuous tense. The past continuous. In the past continuous, the rule of the past continuous, we know that we use the past when two action is happening in the past. One was long. The long action usually we use to express for this action the past continuous. We call it past continuous because the action in the past was going on without stopping. Not now, but in the past, yes, was going on. While she was cooking. The action of cooking took time in the past, and in the past was going on. The action was going on in the past. Yes, suddenly the light went off. This action interrupt this action. Usually the short action interrupt the long action. Yes, we can express the past continuous when two action were happening in the past. One was long, and the long action take the past continuous, and the other was short, and the short action take the past simple. Look at this example. While she was cooking, this action was going on in the past. The light went off, and this is the past symbol. The past symbol interrupt the long action or the past continuous. In the past continuous, there are adverbs. We use while, when, and as. These adverbs expresses what? The past continuous. Look at this example. As we were playing. This is the past continuous in the class. As we were playing, the teacher came. The teacher came. Look here. This is the past continuous. The pupils were playing, and the action of playing takes a long time. Suddenly, The teacher came. When the teacher came to the class, the pupils stopped playing. This action interrupt the long action. Also, we use in the past continuous when. The rule of the past continuous: I and he and she and it plus was. We, you, they plus were. The verb in the past continuous plus the verb plus ing. The past continuous expresses two actions. One was long and the other is short, and this is the main usage of the past continuous. Or the past continuous expresses also two long actions. While we were watching TV, yes, the pupils were playing football. Here are two long actions. Also, the past continuous expresses one long action. Oh, yesterday I was watching TV. Here we use or we expresses one long action. Number 7. Does Fatima likes, liking, like watching TV? Here, this tense, present symbol from, yes, we know it, symbol from does. As we know, in the present symbol, the helping verb or the auxiliary verb, we use does for he and she and it, and do for I and you and they. Does Fatima, and usually in present symbol after does, we must use infinitive. Does Fatima like? This is the correct answer. Does Fatima like watching TV? And like, why like? Because does in the present symbol followed by what? Followed by infinitive, the base form or the present. Number 8. I sometimes play and playing tennis. Present simple. How do you know present simple? From sometimes. As we know the rule of the present simple, I and you and we and they plus infinitive without to. I play, you play, we play, they play. He and she and it with the verb takes is s or es. I sometimes play. Here, the correct form of the past symbol, play. Now, we are going to number 9. The pupils. And be careful about the subject. If it is singular or plural. The pupils are, were, was at school last Friday. Last Friday. From last Friday, we understand this tense is what? Past symbol. How do you know past symbol from last? Yes, now we are going to choose the correct verb. Pupils were. Why were? Because our subject is plural. The pupils were at school last Friday, and this tense is the past symbol as we revised just now. Yes. When we say pupils were, we know that the verb to be in English in the past, to be, the past of the verb to be was or were. I, you, we, and they plus were. Sorry. Not I. Yes. You, we, and they plus were. He, she, it, and the pronoun I plus was. Look at number 9 again. If we say the pupil, here the pupil is singular, not plural. The right tense will be what? was, not were. Why? Because our subject is what? Singular. The pupil was. But if we say the pupils were, why? Because our subject is what? Our subject is plural. Now we are going to number 10. Number 10, if you look at number 10, Ali has just arrived. Is arrived? Arrived. Yes. And this tense is very important in English. And this tense is present perfect tense. The present perfect tense is formed by I, perfect, present, perfect. I, you, we, they, plus have. I have, you have, we have, they have. He, she, and it, plus has, plus the past participle. And what is the past participle? English verbs has got 3 forms: present, past, and past participle. And we have 2 kinds of the past participle: regular and irregular. Yes, look at this here. Present, here past, and here past participle. The rule of regular verbs. Example, play. The past played. The past participle played. And most verbs in English are regular. And how do we form the regular verb? By adding ed or d. Look at this verb. Use the end of it, letter E. Here we add 1 letter. The past used and the past participle used. We add 1 letter, letter D. Some of regular verbs. Now we are going to complete the rule of the present perfect tense. In present perfect tense, also the adverbs just, today, since, for, yet, already. The correct form of the verb here, arrived. According to the rule, we use in the present perfect the past participle. Yes, from these exercises, we cover the most area of grammar in basic level certificate. Next period, we shall complete the other questions in the papers of the examination in order to get high mark, yes, and to go to the best secondary school. And thank you for listening and following me, and we shall cooperate together, yes, to go to our certificate, yes, and do well in the examination. And thank you.
غردي يا نسها نحن نجحنا وإلى المجد بعزم قد وصلنا وزرعنا جهدنا طول الليالي وأتى اليوم الذي فيه حصدنا. غردي يا نسها نحن نجحنا وإلى المجد بعزم قد وصلنا وزرعنا جهدنا طول الليالي وأتى اليوم الذي فيه حصدنا. عانقي العلياء يا نفس بفخر، سطري شعرا سل الأنجم عنا. ما لهونا يوم أن جاءت خطوب، بل صمدنا.